Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF. What the fuck? Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Friday Night Smackdown. I, Tony Schiavone, with Pat McAfee and Wade Barrett. And today on Friday Night Smackdown, we're going to talk about what happened yesterday on Thursday Night Impact or Hit. Yesterday on Thursday Night Impact or Hit, you know, we did have, we did have we had a good match. Even though we forget what, it was a good show yesterday that we had. And we do know that this Saturday or this Star Day will be In Your Bedroom, which will be Collision or Hit. It's the last day of the 2-With month. Tony Schiavone says, and you wonder if LA Knight is going to be ready, for his match with Drew McIntyre. And we wonder if we'll see LA Knight here today on here today on Friday Night SmackDown. And, well, I'll tell you what, Pat McAfee said, what happened yesterday is Xia Li fought Ashley Williams and kept her TWF 24/7 winnings. That's what happened yesterday on Thursday Night Impact or Hit. And I think that I hope that Drew McIntyre knows what he's getting into, and I hope LA Knight will be ready to deal with Drew McIntyre. Well, we can only hope, Wade Barrett says, but sadly, at the end of the day, Drew McIntyre is going to beat LA Knight the same way he's going to beat Cody Rhodes. So let me understand this right. I have to put my TWF heavyweight winnings on stake against LA Knight. What's he done lately? Oh, well, he beat Miko Sanatini 2 times this week. Big deal. I've been in the TWF for years. Maybe since 2010 YL. And I only became the TWF heavyweight fighter for the free with time not too long ago. And I'm not going to be stuck in that same bind where I lose it to a wannabe LA Knight. And he is a wannabe because he thinks he's all that. But he's not all that. LA Knight, you can think or believe whatever you want to think or believe about yourself. But at the end of the day, I hardly doubt that you're going to beat me. First off, Drew McIntyre, it isn't about that I believe I can beat you. I know I can beat you. You would think that now, being the TWF heavyweight fighter, you would have gotten out of that mindset that you were in. But sadly, it seems to me that you're still in that same mindset. Instead of being happy that you're the TWF heavyweight fighter, you're going around still guilting and shaming everyone. For what? Not believing in you? Not having your back? Hey, you know what? I can take all that worry off of you like that. You know what? At the end of the day, we don't have to worry about anything. I can win the TWF heavyweight winnings and take that bind that you're in and take that off your shoulders. You're not going to do that to me. You're not going to do that. There's no way you can even hold the high standard of being the TWF heavyweight fighter, LA Knight. Come on. I mean, you can't stand up in the ring right. You fall down. And you can't stand up in the same slider ring that I can stand up on. First, let me tell you, do you truly think, LA Knight, that you can even hold it to a high standard? No, you can't hold it to no high standard. Let's tell the truth. You can't take a strap that was stand up. You can't take a strap that was held by some of the greats like Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin, Godzilla. You can't take that strap. You can't do what John Cena did. You can't do what Randy Orton did. Hell, you can't do what Wonder Woman did. You can't take a strap that was held by you can't take a strap that either Cody Rhodes, I don't like him, or Jack Sparrow. And there's no way that you can live up to that same high standard that all they lived up to. Are you kidding me, Drew McIntyre? You gotta be kidding me. Somehow you got it into your head that I can't live up to their high standards. The only standard that I gotta live up to, Drew, is my own, and not living up to your standard. So when I beat you tomorrow in your bedroom, and I become the TWF heavyweight fighter, then it'll be my standard that I gotta live up to. Not the standard of Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, or Godzilla, or Jack Sparrow. My own standard. Not Wonder Woman's standard, not Xena's standard, not Cody Rhodes' standard, and not even your standard, Drew McIntyre. We'll see about that. Well, we seem to be happy that Drew McIntyre seems to have taken it truly well, because most of the time, I don't think that he would have taken it well. Well, where was I? It seems that Drew McIntyre, he strikes me. Why? Because I thought that he would not have been skilled enough to handle the whole standard thing. You see, he's going to go out of his way to say that there's some high standard that's not being met. By who? Him? Would he be the standard that's not being met? And I thought that he would come and Claymore kick me. And I thought that he would come and do all that shit to me. Talking about standard. Drew, you don't even gotta... Oh! How do you like that? I can shift between the one that got at Ollie's or the one that got at Walmart like that. You want to shut your bloody mouth about me. Well, it looks like that Drew McIntyre couldn't handle, LA Knight mouthing off to him. And it looks like that Drew McIntyre thinks he's got the upper hand on LA Knight 24 spans, Tony Schiavone says, before they go through and have their match at In Your Bedroom, Collision or Hit tomorrow. I can tell you what, Pat McAfee says, I can tell you what, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre has always been a heel in some ways, always been a weakling. So it doesn't strike me that he would do something like that to LA Knight. Wade Barrett says, you better watch what you say, because what happened to LA Knight, Pat, can truly happen to you. And now we're going to take everything away now to Joey Styles. Well, alright, take it away now. Thank you, Tony Schiavone. I'm going to be talking with, Drew McIntyre here today on Friday Night Smackdown. Alright, Drew McIntyre, tomorrow at In Your Bedroom, Collision or Hit, you're going to be putting the TWF heavyweight winnings on stake against LA Knight. And that Claymore kick you did out there today, it isn't going to help need. First off, Joey Styles, I know what I was doing. LA Knight seems to think that I'm frightened of him, scared of him. I'm not scared or frightened or worried of him at all. I'm ready to Claymore kick his head off. And tomorrow, and in your bedroom, Collision, hit, I will still be the TWF heavyweight fighter. And then when it becomes the Free With month, I will still be the TWF heavyweight fighter. Well, LA Knight will still be the loser wrestler toy, the Mattel WWE toy that came from Ollie's and couldn't win the big one. Well, if I'm right about this, Drew McIntyre, your dolls, one of you came from Walmart, and the other one came from Ollie's. Yeah, well, LA Knight is knowing at the end of the day how he didn't win. LA Knight is going to be the biggest loser in my book because he can't live up to the high standard it is to be the TWF heavyweight fighter. And I will. And at the end of the day, you're going to still see me as a TWF heavyweight fighter. Well, that's my talk with Drew McIntyre. Back to you, Tony Schiavone. Well, thank you, Joey Styles, for talking with Drew McIntyre here today on Friday Night Smackdown. And it is all the time we got here for Friday Night Smackdown. I, Tony Schiavone, with Pat McAfee and Wade Barrett, we hope you like Friday Night Smackdown, and we'll see you tomorrow for Collision or Hit.